All right. You get to see my dirty stove again. Aren't you guys excited? Holy shit, you get to see my dirty stove again. It's a fucking miracle. But yeah, no. This is probably going to be the last stream I do before the best of, obviously. Please let me know if I'm too loud or too quiet. I'd rather know now than know later. If anybody decides to stop in, of course. But yeah, you're fine? Good. Dude, I'm so stressed out over this. I still have so much, like, I probably have like 30 minutes of captioning to do still. Actually, probably closer to 40. So I have 40 minutes of captioning I still need to do. I have basically I basically have 36 hours to do that. So that's annoying. And my car's hybrid battery, because it's a hybrid, the hybrid battery is starting to go very quickly on it, and I'm noticing it. It's still drivable for now, but I don't know if it's going to make it to New Year's, which is going to fucking annoy me, because that's like $2,000 I have to shell out that I don't have. What cheeses are we using tonight? Mostly cheddar, though I'll see if we have Colby. Sending the Slingers one by one. Yeah, I saw. I was aware. But yeah, dude, no, fucking, of course, every freaking year, right around Christmas, something bad happens to me. And this time, it's my car again, except I didn't crash it. It's the hybrid batteries dying. So, yippee. I mean, I kind of signed up for it. It just hit 100,000 miles, so, and it's like 18 years old. So that's probably, and the old lady probably never got that thing replaced. Oh well. Live and you learn. I'll just get it replaced sometime soon. I theoretically do have the money for it between tax refund and a couple other things going my way, but it's still annoying. Cheese and tomato pasta. That sounds really good. Also, Grant, when do you plan to go to UK? Oh, Kira, did you get my package yet? It should have arrived by now. Because I did send it like a week and a half ago, I think. Christmas Day syndrome is a real thing. Oh, trust me, I know. Christmas Eve of 2022, basement floods. Christmas Boxing Day 2023, I totaled my car. This year, my car loses its hybrid battery. So that'll be a bitch to replace. I'm going to have to, find somebody who'll do it that won't rip me off. Because those batteries cost like, $1,000. You've been checking it every day? Well, I hope it arrives, Kira. Worst case scenario, I'll insure it or do an insurance claim on it, but it should arrive soon. Has it gotten it to the UK yet? Because I would hope it has, because it was in basically the giant distribution center at JFK. Yeah, okay, so I'm not the only one then, Don, because I swear, dude, every time right around Christmas, something bad fucking happens to me, and it's so annoying. And I hate to sound like a Debbie Downer, like, when I was a kid, Christmas was such a great holiday. Now it feels like hell. It's like, oh God, what's the bad thing going to happen this time? I already had 4 family members die in a matter of 50 days in the last month and the month before. I don't need any more of that shit, and I don't think any more of that shit's going to happen. What I think is going to happen is my financial plans are going to be fucked. Now, granted, I don't plan to take a vacation anytime soon, So there's that. The only thing I'm doing is MagFest in January, which is going to cost me like, maybe a couple hundred or so. But I already paid for my tickets. I'm not backing out of that at this point. Okay, Kira. But yeah, I'm not backing out of MagFest at this point. That's just a waste of money if I do that. But this is when I wish I had a full-time job, because if I had a full-time job, I'd be able to pay for this shit in a month. I'd be able to bounce back at this stuff rather quickly, and I don't have that yet. Vacations are overrated? Vacations are fun. Some are overrated, some are not. My trip to Canada was not overrated. That was, it was a day trip. It was cheap. I think that trip in total, going to Ohio and going to Ontario last year, I think I've spent maybe $1,200 total. And I think maybe 100 of that was gas. And 300 of that was a hotel in Ohio. That was a 4-star hotel. And, well, let's just say I got a good discount on it, and I figured that was like the only place I wanted to book at. So in reality, if I just got a regular ass hotel, it would have cost me like, $800 that whole trip. No Link cosplay stream redemption. Oh, I turned those off. I forgot I turned them off. I'm not gonna lie to you. Though I should probably turn on a couple of those cosplay redemptions, because I found the maid outfit a couple months ago. The Astolfo one I probably won't have turned on, because obviously that's reserved for the J-Thon. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Again, it's just I'm up in the air about a lot of stuff right now, and like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I use those streamathons as basically a way to like fund these rainy days that I'm having right now. Like that's what that money goes to. It goes to that, and I feel like you guys understand that and are okay with that. Watchpot doesn't boil, Jacek. I know. That's why I'm talking to you guys. Shirtless stream redemption? Dude, not when it's fucking 50 degrees in my room. I'd fucking die. I would literally need to have like a 1,000-watt heater on my feet and a 1,000-watt heater on my chest, or else I would die. I don't think like, I can take heat rather easily, but as soon as you stick me into like a pool of cold water, I shiver up very quickly. What we need to do, Kira, is if I ever meet up with you, I build you a computer. That would be cool as fuck. That would be cool as fuck. Then we could, go to London, go to like, downtown London, or even better, Kira. You know what? How about this, Kira? And I've unironically like thought of this before, but I'm gonna pitch you an idea. When you meet up with me, you will get to dress me up in goth shit. That'd be pretty funny. Cat? Oh yeah, cat. Hey Daisy. Daisy. Come here, kitty. Come here. Come here. Well, it's okay. Kitty. Kitty. Yeah, you're not supposed to be in here. She's an old kitty. When I go to London, I don't like inspecting the sharp end of a knife that much. How old is she? She's like 15. No. I think we got, no, 2000s, fucking hell, that's like 16 or 17 at this point. Yeah, she's 16 or 17. She is an ancient cat. Jacek wants to get laid by Daisy. Says the guy who wants to get laid by Nami. I want to hear a peep out of you, Don. I want to hear a peep out of you. But yeah, no, Kira, don't you think that'd be pretty funny? Like, if we met up, you just like dress me up in goth shit. I think that would be hilarious. That'd be fucking hilarious. We could do a whole stream out of that. Okay, miss, I need VTuber validation. Damn. Got him. Jason comes to London, Kira stabs him. Yeah, that checks out. If I don't get blown up by a Muslim, I will get stabbed by Kira. One of the two will happen. Oh yeah, I did just say that, by the way. I also want to do a. I also want to go to like one of the. I want to go to. I know Abbey. I don't think Abbey Road's in the area, but I do want to go there sometime. Mainly to go with my dad once he's retired, and once I have money to afford taking vacations internationally. But I would love to do that, just because I think that like that's on his bucket list before he dies is to go to see where the Beatles did all their shit. Yeah, the Beatles precisely. Yeah, no, he's a big Beatles fan, and if I had like a bunch of money spare, I would take him to the UK just to see all that shit. Because he doesn't have much time left to do all that crap. He's getting old, and I don't want him to like once he gets to a certain age. Once you get to a certain age, you don't want to travel anymore. Like once you're 70 or so, you don't want to travel anymore, and I want to get there before then. How old is your dad? If you're mentioning the bucket list, well, he is, I believe, yeah, 61, something like that. He's in his early 60s. I know he's in his early 60s, but like 61, 62, I forget. Um, but no, he's definitely getting up there, and I want to make sure that I can do a couple things with him before he's not able to do that. Super excited for it. Good, Kira, dude. I would love for you to get a computer sometime soon, and the only reason I'm begging you for that is because I want you to join us for Tabletop Sim. I want you to join us for Buckshot. Dude, there's so many fucking games you are missing out on that like you would just fucking lose it. Like your laugh is infinitely priceless. I would say T Lords is more priceless than yours, but like, dude, you are fucking funny whenever like I play games with you, and it's just a damn shame that the only games I can play with you is fucking Mario Kart or Splatoon. It fucking angers me, dude. I want to fucking play more shit with you. I want to grab you by the shoulders and shake you and go like, get a PC to play with us, please. I'm begging you. No, exactly. You can just use a TV. Better yet, what I'm gonna be doing soon, with my laptop here, you know, this whole thing. Um, I'm getting probably a 10-inch monitor for Christmas. The 1080p monitor, and basically when I go to Magfest, there's a giant LAN party there, and I'm just gonna set that shit up. I'm gonna have like 3 monitors on my laptop. I have a 16-inch portable monitor, and then I'll have a 10-inch soon. You can do buckshot. You can barely do buckshot, Don. That's another. You're another guy. You're another viewer that needs a fucking computer soon. You need to get a fucking computer, Don. You need to get a fucking computer. You're Jewish. You have money. Oh fuck. Uh, Someone just joined the stream and go like, "Oh, he made fun of him because he's Jewish." No, Don's used to that shit. If anything, he makes more jokes about himself about that shit than I do. Didn't some British OnlyFans thought have relations with 100 men recently? Holy fuck, dude. Damn. That's impressive. What the fuck? I mean, I know some statistics behind like body counts and shit, and like that's no surprise, but like still, what the hell, man? How do you sleep with that many people? Like, other than being a prostitute, and I guess basically OnlyFans models are more or less prostitutes. Let's just be real here. They're just virtual prostitutes. But like, holy fuck. How do you do that? Wait. 101 day? How do you not get tired? How do you not like feel immense pain down there from that? Like seriously, how? Like 100 in your lifetime? Yeah, that's actually more common than you think, unfortunately. 100 in a day? Oh, dude, that's disgusting. What the fuck, man? We're turning this up because I'm not boiling water fast enough. 5 minutes a person? Yeah, no, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Like, I don't know. How does that not hurt? Are your nerves down there just like so fucked that like you don't care? Are you just like a fleshlight with legs? Is that all you are? Holy hell, people. Theoretically, yeah, theoretically, a human only needs one in his or her lifetime. The problem is, and like these are actual statistics, I think it's like what half of gay men sleep with like 50 or more individuals in their lifetimes. I think it's something like that. It might even be higher than that number. But point is, body counts are rather high, regardless of demographic. It's just that some demographics know how to spread AIDS faster than others. Looks at the Californians in the 1980s. Ah, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not touching that woman with a 50-inch pole. I'd probably get pregnant in her proximity. Mac appetite ruined. Bruh. And yes, I'm sorry, I'm using boxed. I'm poor. I also, this is a stupid gift I keep getting from my dad. There's a local food chain restaurant called Roy Rogers, local to Frederick, you know, the city I live in. And before Fletch goes, no, Jason, don't say where you live, no. But no, they're a food chain that's headquartered in Frederick, but they have like, you know, maybe 24 locations around the area. 5 of them are in Frederick. But no, I keep getting these fucking extra large like drinks for $1, and I keep giving them to my dad because I don't drink pop. And this is like, you know, 1.5 liters of pop. I don't drink this shit. And I keep getting it for $1, so I'm like, why not? Coordinates acquired launching nuke. Yeah, go ahead. Have fun. Have fun trying to nuke Fort Detrick. We already have bioweapons. I literally live next to like a bioweapon site. We probably have enough bioweapons to basically kill the whole world, and I live like 3 miles away. Only to still be poor. Well, here's the thing, Don. Nobody wants to pay good on a full time job, and nobody wants to hire a white man for a full time job here because you're a white man. You have no diversity box ticked. Go fuck yourself. And mind you, if I say that to some people, they say I'm racist, when in reality, the system is racist. Oh, we're hiring. We're just not going to hire you because you're just some white guy who has no experience and all these other excuses we can make up. Because, you know, this is an entry level job, but you somehow need like, you know, 3 years of experience for it because that makes sense. Oh, also you need a bachelor's degree, even though you'll never actually apply any of that knowledge to this job. Oh, and if you actually want to get into this job without any of that, you have to be a nepo baby and you have to be making 300,000 a year already. Oh, you don't do that? Sorry, honey, you're not getting a job. Disney pulled the DEI thing, like removed it, because if so, that's a fucking W. Frederick the Great. For long trips, I'll get a large pop and mostly filled with ice. Wait, I thought you hated ice. You fucking liar. Fucking liar over here. Hey, I'm T-Lord. I hate ice. I also like to fill my pop bottles with ice. Pick one. Pick one. I'm just at the point of making my own small business and make jewelry. Honestly, well, Kira, why do you think I live stream? Why do you think I live stream? Why do you think I cosplay? Why do you think I 3D print for people? Obviously, I don't have a business out of any of that shit, but it makes some money on the side. Pair that with my part-time job, I'm making at least something. It's definitely not livable, but it's something. Dude, I used to have people call me, they ask me for an interview and then decide not to hire me even when I gave them the best interview they could ask for. How do you call someone in and not have them and not hire them? Because you're white. Because you're a white male. I'm just saying. You can argue with me all you want on that, but that's why. You're a white male. You know, there's 100 million of you. When I can just hire a black person and, get diversity points for it. Fucking hate that shit, man. Fucking hate that shit. That shit is more racist than, just hiring a white guy because he's smart. Like, where's the meritocracy here? Like, I have proven to many people, including some of you, how adept I am at tech, and yet I still am barely able to secure a job relating to that field. And it angers me to no end, because any of the jobs that do want to hire, and I do get my foot in the door, they require an obtuse amount of work with an absolutely diminished amount of pay. And then you get laid off 3 weeks later because, you're not fast enough. You're not this enough. You're not that enough. Well, look, sorry. I've only been there for 3 weeks. What the fuck did you expect? Do you expect me to just be a magician? Fucking hell, man. Like, if I ever get a call back from the original company, I'll say, oh, I can't wait to see what DI gets a job instead of me, the qualified one, because I'm too white for you. No, exactly. Like, I'm genuinely, like, tempted to respond to that whenever, like, companies go like, oh, sorry, we picked somebody else. Like, I'm genuinely tempted to just, like, stalk the company and see who actually got hired. Because, mind you, I've been burnt too many times, and I hate to say this, and I hate to sound like a fucking neat, but I've been burned too many times on jobs. This warehouse job, I only got to hold it for 3 weeks. The office job I had, I only got to hold it for like 8 months. But here's the thing. With both of those jobs, there was some sort of shitty management or some sort of just shitty business practices going on both of them. I've never had other than part-time job, which I absolutely love and is a 10 out of 10 and is like basically the perfect job. I love my part-time after school job. It's amazing. I couldn't ask for anything better, except for the fact that it's part-time. But my full-time jobs, I have been 0 for 2. And I hate that because they pay like shit. They treated me like shit. And they basically they treat me as disposable. And when I left the office job, literally like 6 other people left after me because I was the only one holding up everything. And mind you, I was only getting paid a poverty wage to do that. I fucking hate that job. I fucking hate these greedy motherfucking companies who will just hire immigrants or hire DI people for less than me just to make a quick buck and just to, make their PR better. When in reality, they just need to hire people who actually know how to fucking do stuff. Angers me, dude. Join the government? Can you get me in? I'm between you and my one relative who works for the VA. I'm desperately trying to get in. And then I have parents who are in the school system, and I'm trying to get into the IT there. And it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know if I need to try harder or if I need to like be patient and wait. I don't know. It's like trying to find a girlfriend. Like, you never know if they're interested in you or not. And then if you ask them and they say no, you just feel absolutely betrayed. I don't know. And it's the thing about us guys is that if we ask you out, like we're like taking a fucking gamble here. We don't want our heart broken from the girl that goes like, "Oh, I just like you as a friend," and they're just like, "Fuck," but I like you more than that. Damn it. Oh shit. Also, don't mind the stove being absolutely filthy. Not my problem. And here's the thing: the company I tried applying for has a transient midget who can't even reach the groceries when bagging, and only 2 out of 12 of the active grocery bag lanes are open. Somehow they're not hiring. Like, make it sense. Dude, what the fuck? They'll hire a DEI piece of shit that probably bitches on TikTok about the fact that he, because he's a guy, the fact that he um, works a 40-hour job and it's so painful. My brother in Christ, I've worked 40-hour jobs. It's painful, but at least I make a shitload of money doing it. People don't see silver linings. They don't. And they are fucking ignorant to it. Look, I've done 100-hour work weeks before. It's not fun. 40 hours is okay compared to that. I'm trying to help, lol. You have to defeat USA jobs first. Exactly. No, no, and I appreciate you helping me out, dude, because like I sent you my resume and you gave me some critique on it, and I do appreciate it because you've been helpful on that. Like seriously, don't sell yourself short on that. You've been helpful. I make sure to get to the office. What do you mean to the office? Oh, another thing I've been trying to apply for. My city has some municipal jobs that I've been trying to apply to as well. And again, it's just a matter of will they actually pick me? The answer is obviously going to be no. But again, like I'll apply to 100 different places and maybe one of them responds. But that response is, oh, well, we should get an interview sometime. And then I'll talk, and then they just won't respond. It's all gaslighting. It's all gaslighting. Like I hate to be such a Debbie Downer about that, but like I'm sick and tired of Christmas, having something bad happen every year. I'm sick and tired of not being able to have you know, the ability to move out. And I'm scared because my dad retires next year. I'll be kicked off his insurance as a result because he won't have insurance anymore. And I won't be able to have insurance. And then because of Obama's retarded bullshit, I'll actually have to pay money because I won't be insured. Um, that's stupid. That's a piss take. So I have to pay money because I'm not giving money to a corrupt insurance company. Yeah, thanks America. Thanks Obama. Fucking shitty ass president. No, dude, I'm like I'm worried, man. I'm worried. The water is rising quickly for me, and I need to be careful here. And in order to get away from that flood, I need to have a full-time job, and I'm just not seeing one. Honestly, I'm fucking clueless when it comes to women flirting. I just assume that women are just not flirting with me 100% of the time at this point. That's the thing. And between the awkwardness and between all this other sexuality bullshit, you don't know if a woman is hitting on you because if you're like me and you have experience with this, half the women you have a crush on are lesbians. I'm not even making that up. Like half the girls I had a crush on throughout my life were lesbians. And that hurts. My parents would hire you instantly. Dude, Don, like I'm not even joking. Like I'm fine with a full-time job. Just fucking pay me something livable. Like you can't live on $15 an hour in Maryland. You can't live on $15 an hour in California. Jesus fuck, dude. Fucking hate these people like, "Oh, I'll give you like, minimum wage cuz minimum wage is totally livable." when when you're trying to move out and when you're young. Like, I don't spend money on much. I really don't. You guys kind of know that. I pirate basically everything I can get my hands on, and the only way I get games is by you guys gifting them to me or by me just going like, "Oh, it's on sale. I'll buy it." Lol. I'm very frugal. Yeah, work harder. Literally, housing and rent costs went up tenfold. Exactly. No, I hate that fucking shit, man. I fucking hate that shit. I fucking hate that retarded hypocrisy. Oh, just work harder. Just work, 3 jobs. Work 20 hours a day. That'll totally not kill you. You totally won't die of a heart attack by the age of 30. Totally not. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Dude, I fucking hate these people. Like, I love my part-time job. I really wish I could do something like it full-time. I know I'd probably get burnt out very quickly doing it full-time. But, man, like, whew. Don't worry, I'm eating it. But I'm just so pissed off that I can't get a good full-time job that pays well and treats me like I'm a human and not some disposable product. Back in the day, a coal miner was a breadwinner and he did his 9 to 5 and sustained and bought the house, and the woman didn't have to work either. Precisely. Now women have to work because if they don't, they're a waste of space because the man can't even afford the mortgage anymore. Thanks, Bidenomics. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, literally every fucking president over the past 30 years for fucking my generation over. Thanks, guys. And you wonder why millennials hate us. Because we're lazy. Oh, my brother in Christ. You guys did this to us. You voted for the fuckers that ruined our economy. You did this. It makes you feel better. I ain't gonna do well long term either unless I change something. No, exactly. Like, shit. I'm glad things are gonna change on the 20th of January. I really am. But only so much is gonna change in that external sphere of influence. Not much of that's gonna affect me. Some of it will. Yeah, sure, some of it will, but not all of it will. And that's the problem. I need to get a full-time job, just straight up. I need to get a full-time job. Not something that will kill me, not something that will make me suffer for the rest of my life. I just need a job that, it might be a 5 out of 10 job, but as long as they're not abusing me at the end of the day, I don't care. I just want something full-time that, treats me with some dignity. I mean, I volunteer. I'm pretty clean. I don't know what else to say. Like, I have time on my hands. It annoys me. I don't have money. We have a whole generation of women who have been destroyed by the current state of society. Dude, that's the problem, though, Taylor. Women have been brainwashed to feel like they're princesses because of modern culture. Not only that, due to modern advertising and all this other psychology bullshit, which, fun fact, women are when it comes to digital advertising, I think women are 4 times more expensive to advertise to. I think that's the number, because basically men just don't look at ads. They just don't really care about ads. Women, most advertisements are made out to women, which is why it's more expensive to advertise to women because of all the competition. Women typically spend more money and are less frugal than men. I am a perfect statistic of that. I am a frugal fucking bastard. But again, that's not saying that women are stupid and waste money. No. Women are just spend more money than men. Just in general, that is a fact. Like, any advertising business will tell you that. That is why women are much more profitable than men. No one is harder on a woman's appearance than women. No, precisely. It's basically an Ouroboros fallacy going on. It eats itself alive. And that's a problem. That's a problem with this generation. Women need constant validation because of TikTok and all this other bullshit, and it just absolutely drains them. Between that and the 4B or whatever movement it's called, the one with all the lesbians are doing with shaving their hair, between that and basically us men being vilified, it's a toxic cesspool. Nobody wants to date a woman who, hates men. Nobody wants to deal with that crap. No amount of social pressure could make me use makeup. The only time I'd use makeup is if I need it for a cosplay. That's quite frankly the only time I'd use it. If I needed to fit the bit, I would use it. But that's only like for cosplay. And that's just because it's a hobby of mine. I don't do it because I need to look pretty or whatever other fucking psychology bullshit that they use to abuse women today. Dude, the past 100 years have fucked up women. And albeit in some ways it's improved them because it's actually given them rights and shit. But then you have the opposite side of that coin where women are just coin purses that you can profit off of because, yeah, makeup, high heels. By the way, makeup and high heels were made for both sexes. And in fact, high heels were made for men originally as a status symbol. And then that gravitated to the other side because, oh, yeah, let's just make this for women. There's a lot of fun history behind that. I'm not even making this up. Purple as a color was a color of wealth. It was something the Phoenicians had to get through very hard means through this very rare purple dye in the area. And that's why purple was so expensive for the longest period of time until we had our, synthetic dyes and stuff. That's why I get pissed when people call young men the Hitler Youth since the election. Oh yeah, no. Well, here's the thing: the left never learns about that crap. The left will demonize people like me for being a white male and for voting Trump, when in reality, I'm not voting for a diversity hire that has no fucking experience other than sucking dick and taking it, because that's all the experience she has. I mean, we're well aware of this. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know that. But unfortunately, people get brainwashed and see Orange Man bad, and then they don't want to vote for him. When frankly, once I saw RFK form an alliance with him, and once I saw him take a fucking bullet for this goddamn country, I was like, yeah, no, you have my vote. I don't like him. He still supports the war in Israel. I don't like him. I think he's a bit of a jerk. But like, you can still separate the art from the artist. And I think you can do that with a lot of things. You can still hate, I don't know, insert content creator here and still appreciate insert content creators one video. You can hate me and still enjoy my content. I mean, it's the same thing. You don't have to like what I have to say. And I know quite a few people who watch me that don't like what I have to say. And they still watch me. Just saying. You don't have to like everything I say. You can still, be nice to me, and I can still be nice to you. The only good part is if the Civil War happens, is that we'd have more housing space. Keyword is we. Fucking Gerald Ford was more qualified, and he wasn't even voted into the VP role. He was only president because Nixon stepped down. I mean, here's the thing. When you have a bunch of ex-Democrats endorsing a ex-Democrat, you kind of read between the lines. People are kind of done. Even politicians are done with it. I mean, Trump was a Democrat. RFK was a Democrat. Elon Musk was a Democrat. Even, what's his face? That one podcast guy that I forget the name of. Joe Rogan. He was a Democrat. He is a dickhead, which I don't like. Sure, I myself am a dickhead. No, exactly. I hate Trump. I think he's an asshole. I still voted for him. Doesn't mean I like him. Do I think his fan base is just as much of a cult as the Alphabet Rainbow Mafia? Yeah, sure. Of course. I can still like his ideas. I can still think that deporting illegals is perfectly fine. Anyone with common sense should put the country first. I'm just saying. I don't have to like the fan base of said candidate to vote for him. I don't. And I've made that aware. Like, you know this about me. I don't like either of them. But I'd rather pick the one that cares about the country and cares about its constituents and cares about giving $10,000 to each illegal immigrant in New York City when that $10,000 could go to me or to somebody else that needs it. Why can't I get that $10,000? Why can't I live in a 4-star hotel for a year for free? Why can't I get that? All I have to do is just walk across a border. Wow. How neat. We were too big to rig. All the states got called before 3 a.m. Thusly, midnight voters didn't get up. Yeah. We need a liberal Joe Rogan. The joke is he was liberal. He switched over just like everyone else, myself included. My party registration still says Democrat. I've been thinking I need to get it switched. Because I'm not a Democrat anymore. The Democrats left me. Bernie said that. Everyone else said that. The Democrats left the people who voted for them. They left me. So I'm another one of those ex-Democrats. I'm done with them. They don't care about me. At this point, I'd rather vote Libertarian or Republican because they actually care about me. I want someone who disappears, $20 million and 100 children. Yeah. Gas. I fucking love that bit in that slander. Dude, Don, that was like my favorite bit, and I know T-Lord, you had a hand in it. But I still love that bit with the Metal Gear Rising reference and Germa saying gas. That's like genuinely my favorite clip. But yeah, I do plan to go down to DC on the 20th. I may even vlog it, which is going to be fun because I'll be going down there, and then the next week I'll be going to MagFest. So I'm going to be doing a lot of trips down to the shithole called the Capitol. Albeit National Harbor isn't the capital, but it's like, literally 5 minutes away. It's funny. National Harbor is like a super rich area, and then you go 5 minutes north, and you're in the ghetto of DC, where people get shot and stabbed basically every day. As I say, southeast of the Anacostia is a place you don't want to go. Slacktivists are too lazy to go outside. You think a liberal January 6th will happen? No. Liberals are too lazy. Trump supporters actually have a fire under their ass and will actually do shit. They'll walk into a Capitol building and protest peacefully. If any of the liberals do a January 6th, they're actually going to be violent, but the news will go like, "Oh, fiery but mostly peaceful." When in reality, they're doing the exact opposite of what J6 people did. Which, fun fact, I quickly learned J6 protests were rather peaceful. There's literal security camera footage of one dude just being escorted by cops and just being shown around, basically getting the fucking grand tour by like some security guards. Like, dude, they were peaceful as fuck. It's actually hilarious. DC has them. Don, shut the fuck up. These people think Trump will bring slavery back. Yeah, because they're demented and the news brainwashed them. What did you think was going to happen? Why do you think I don't watch the news? I don't watch either side, man. Both sides are peddling some propaganda. The right's peddling propaganda saying that we should waste money on Israel. The left is saying we should waste money on illegals. They're both bad. I don't want to waste money on any damn fucking foreign country or foreign anything. The money that I pay in my taxes should be going to other people in my country, because I'm going to eventually get that money when I get old. Don't give it to some fucking people that don't deserve it because they just, got here illegally. There's a weird-ass issue in DC where you're talking about the DC Zoo, like a monkey got out, because they do have monkeys there, I'm pretty sure. Because I've been to that zoo a couple times. Because a family member of mine works at the VA. He basically gets to go to the zoo for free or something like that. I forget the exact benefit. But basically he can take, whoever he wants to that DC zoo. Maybe they got rid of that benefit. I don't know. Or are you talking about monkeypox? Because I haven't heard about that in forever, which basically means that the news doesn't care enough about it. Which, frankly, is a good thing because monkeypox is overhyped anyways. The only people that spread it are, well, men that fuck men. I'm not even trying to sound mean there. That's just literally how it works. I'm tired of being charitable to immigrants and criminals. Yeah, no, I feel like everyone in America should be that way. I feel like everyone here should agree about that. Mind you, I'm moving this, so bear with me. But everyone with half a brain agrees with you. Everyone with half a brain agrees with you. No one wants to be giving these fucks money. Meanwhile, my super, super right-wing Trump supporter gun nut uncle is trying to bring in a kid from Honduras. He's trying to sponsor this 20-year-old from Honduras. And he can't do it. Because our legal immigration system is so ass backwards that we can't actually let people legally into our country. But illegals? Oh, let's give you $10,000 on an EBT card. That EBT money that should be going to citizens. Plenty of people don't have enough money to buy food here, especially with inflation. Nah, let's give them to the immigrants. Nah, fuck our constituents. Bing bong. It's so stupid. And this is why I volunteer. I volunteer for a drunk driving program in my city, which basically all we do is we drive people home in their car because they're drunk. And I'm giving back to people in my community. I'm giving back to people that live miles away from me. And that's a lasting impression. And that feels good because I'm actually giving back to people who, matter and care about, similar things that I do, aka the city that we both live in. But that's the problem. The government doesn't care about, people inside of the country that live in it. They care about bringing people outside the country into it. I sent you my DC rant in DMs. I can't look at it right now. We need to fix our legal immigration so we don't have to waste money on people who only came here legally. No, exactly. Like I've said this before, and I've argued this before. We need to ban illegal immigration entirely, and we need to just completely just take these families out. These Haitian families, these, Mexican families. We need to take all these illegals out of our country, put them back where they were, and then we need to stratify, simplify, and streamline the ever-living shit out of our illegal immigration system, because I have plenty of examples of people trying to immigrate here legally that aren't able to. I have a friend who is trying to get his wife from Ukraine over here, and they've been trying for 3 years. I have another guy who married a Slovakian woman, and that took them about 5 years to get her over here. Then there is, let me think of another one. There's another one, I'm forgetting it. Oh, shit. But basically, my point is here. There are tons of examples I have, and I've seen firsthand, where the legal immigration system is just so shit. And hopefully the DOGE, when it actually gets implemented, removes a lot of this bloat and stratifies this and simplifies it and makes it faster, because it shouldn't be taking years to have people legally immigrate here when illegals can get in here in a matter of days. And then we just give them money. No. That's not how it should work. I'd rather spend $1 million on improving our legal immigration rather than spending 1.5 on deporting. I agree. We should be having preventative measures instead of, what is it, like an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. I think that's how it goes. But basically, if we just start spending millions on letting people legally immigrate, and by fixing that system, we won't have to waste millions of dollars on ICE and the DEA and all this other crap, because they won't exist. The illegals won't exist. We just have to fix that problem. Now, obviously, they will always exist, realistically speaking. I was just speaking from an ideal standpoint, but realistically speaking, if you put all this money into legal immigration, there's going to be a hell of a lot less illegal immigration. Until rich kids get in whenever they want. Yeah. And people like Ellen DeGeneres can just leave the country whenever the fuck they like. Because they have money. They can, they can feed into the corrupt system and go like, hey, can I get my citizenship now? Oh, by the way, I'm going to buy like a couple $1 million mansion in Britain because Trump got elected and Trump bad. Everything that Ellen is getting to her is deserved. She's a fucking moron. As are most of the people on the Diddy list, but you know that already. I'm damn sure she's on the Diddy list. You just know at this point. Most celebrities that promise to flee the country, they probably fled because they were on the Diddy list. I'll never forget the clip I saw of an Indian Andrew Tate fan who came to Canada, refused to work or contribute to society because he was escaping the Matrix, but also claimed he was against immigrants gaining citizenship in Canada. And the thing is, Taylor, that's not uncommon. There are a lot of Indians doing that in Canada. And I'm not even making this shit up. There are groups of them that are literally shitting the beaches. And they're finally starting to get rid of them now. Finally. I hate saying finally in this case. But yeah, no, they finally start cracking down on these Indians more or less illegally immigrating to Canada and just thinking that their culture of shitting everywhere is okay. And that's not saying all Indians do that. I'm just saying that is like you know, one of the things in their culture that is not very much welcomed basically anywhere else. And you can get all mad you want at that, but the jokes write themselves. You can hate me all you want with what I say, but the jokes write themselves. We'll probably count a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of what Biden sent to Ukraine. Oh yeah, we've been wasting trillions of dollars on Ukraine, and it's a problem with Ukraine. It's all a loan, and here's a problem. Do you know why it's a problem? Because it's a loan. They have to pay back that loan, which they never will, and they'll default on it. And all their farmland, which is a giant, the kulaks, which are Ukrainians or from Ukraine, had the most fertile breadbasket in the world located in Ukraine. They will surrender that land if they default on that, what, like 23 trillion, no, $2 trillion, I forget the number, some obtusely large number, loan that we're giving to them. If they default on it, all that farmland, that fertile breadbasket, goes to John Deere and all these other big ag companies, Monsanto. And the problem with that, I feel like, is quite obvious. You're basically feeding the monster that we have in our country. That is all you're doing. You are feeding the military industrial complex and you're feeding big ag. And who owns these companies? BlackRock. Oh, and remind me, us gamers, what company do we hate the most and want the CEO of assassinated because they literally are forcing woke bullshit down our throats and ruining everything we love? What is that company called again? Oh, right, BlackRock. They're trying to ruin everything. They're trying to ruin everything between military, between our entertainment. They are literally trying to ruin everything. How do you feel about sanctuary cities? They need to go. They need to go. I don't like them. My city, Frederick, my mayor, the mayor of Frederick, literally said, we will try to be a sanctuary city. No, I'm not wasting my tax money on people who don't deserve to be here. If you want to come here legally. And again, you could argue, well, we don't have a good legal immigration system. And I agree with you. We need to fix that. I don't want to waste thousands of dollars of my own tax money on people that are not being productive for where I live. I'm giving back. I'm volunteering. I'm doing this and that to help people out in my community. I love where I live. I love the people where I live. They may not agree with me politically. I don't give a shit. I love where I live. I don't want it to make, I want to make it a better place. And there are some people who don't want to make it a better place, and I don't want to deal with that crap anymore. The TOMAHAWK pick was brutal. No, he's a savage, and I respect him for it. Like I'm glad somebody like that was picked. Again, I don't like Trump. I feel like he's an asshole, but he knows who to pick most of the time. The guy he picked for FTC, I do not like. They should have picked Louis Rossmann. Honestly, Louis Rossmann would have been a perfect FTC candidate. If you don't know who Louis Rossmann is, just basically look up Right to Repair. He's basically the guy who's pioneering that shit, and I love him. He's everything good with the Right to Repair tech field. It's just, oh my god, dude. I'm sick of, and it's not just me. There are people in Chicago who are literally having these like chat sessions with the mayor. Like they'll have like these hearings, public hearings with the mayor, and there'll be black people literally going up to the public hearing and just absolutely railing on the mayor of Chicago because they're losing funding. They can't afford shit because the immigrants are taking up all the funding. All the people in poverty, like, and it's not just black people, it's white people too, but all these people in poverty are in poverty because the money that used to go to them is going to somebody else that isn't a citizen. Again, a government's job is to care for its people, not for people that they randomly bring in. Simple as. Doesn't take a poli-sci major to know that. I learned that in high school. I learned that in middle school. I probably learned that in elementary school. A government is made to care for its constituents. Simple as. Don't have to agree, don't have to like it. That's just how it is. And where I live, I volunteer to make sure that drunk drivers get home safely. Where I live, I teach kids how to develop critical thinking skills. And I think that matters a lot. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have that, you don't have intelligence. You don't have a future generation to fix things. And that's why critical thinking is so important. So yeah, that's why I'm happy I have my part-time job, because I feel like I'm doing something good for this world. And that's why I'm happy I volunteer, because again, I'm doing something good for this world. I don't want people endangering others and killing others in a car because they're drunk. Again, it sounds like hero syndrome. It sounds like something that like I'm trying to vindicate myself. But I've done my good deeds. It's a matter of everybody else needing to do their good deeds. And just be kind to people in your country. Be kind, be proud of where you live. Don't cry and sob because somebody you don't like got elected. Look, somebody I don't like got elected and voted for the bastard. Revisiting this topic, what do Democrats have to offer past this point? The rest they have at this point is just yes men and at best and DIs at worst. And Bernie's out of order. Well, Bernie hates the Democrat Party. He absolutely hates the Democrat Party. And honestly, if it was between Bernie and Trump, I would vote Bernie. And that's saying a lot. That speaks volumes. And I know quite a few of you would disagree with me on that. But I like Bernie because he's actually savvy and isn't a fucking moron and actually has principles and standards, contrary to the entire Democrat Party right now. And again, like, I like him because he actually gives a fuck and actually tries to do something. Is he a bit of a socialist? Yeah. I mean, you're kind of picking at straws here. You're picking between a poison and a poison. But I would much rather the election would have been so much nicer if it was Bernie between Trump and Bernie. It actually would have been fun to watch, and honestly, I would have been impartial. I honestly would have probably voted for RFK. Bernie may have been their last chance for course correcting. I agree. And Bernie's quote is super inspirational. I love him for saying it, but like the Democrat Party has abandoned its constituents, more or less is what he said. I'm paraphrasing. But I'm pissed we never got a Bernie versus Trump debate. Dude, that would have been sick as fuck. I like again, this is coming from an ex-Democrat. I would have loved to have seen those two debate because they're very smart, both of them. I know Trump is a word salad guy, but like he's at least intelligent about it. But like that would have been such a fun debate to see, man. That would have been such a fun debate to watch. Screw Bernie, the Dems should have gotten another Huey Long. I'd say the election should have been RFK versus Trump, IMO, since both are cognitively cohesive. Yeah. What is your part-time job? I'm an after-school chess club teacher, which, again, really, and it's mostly elementary schoolers, but it helps critical thinking. And I feel like I'm doing some good in this world because I'm teaching kids how to think critically. Because all we do today as adults is not do that. We just watch news and have the news tell us what to think. When in reality, you need to question everything. The truth is out there. You just have to question it and you have to figure it out yourself. You can't just take what the news says at face value and think that it's truth and gospel, because at the end of the day, they're trying to profit off you. That's with anything, really. You gotta think critically. If you lose that, you lose your soul. You lose everything about you. You're just another pawn in the game. Even though I disagree with him, at least provide something on the table. What Democrats do provide besides copying Trump and money laundering. Bernie was not a virtue signaler. Well, here's another thing. That's another thing why I like about him. I hate this whole gender theory and all this other race crap. If we want to end racism, we stop talking about it. And look at who's bringing it up still. Bernie didn't do that. Bernie was just like, yeah, I don't care. I'm here for the people. Literally, that's what he said. Like more or less he was there for the people. He was for the people. And frankly, that's all you need to be a successful politician and a successful anything relating to politics. You need to be for the people. If you say that and you mean it, people are going to vote for you. And you wonder why he, as an independent, has been able to keep his seat for as long as he has, is because of that. Because he is for the people. He's not for the LGBT. He's not for the blacks. He's not for insert minority group here. He's for everyone. He's for the people, the populace, everyone. Because as soon as you say you're for this group, you're dividing people. You're the problem. You should be for everyone, even for people who don't like you. You don't have to like everyone. But if your job is to better your country and better the people that live in it, you care for everyone in that country, the populace. Bernie was an OG civil rights movement advocate. He was a real one? Exactly. No. I believe there's pictures of him getting arrested during the Martin Luther King movement. Like during that whole spiel, there's pictures of him getting arrested. Dems will be like, we will improve relations with our allies and promise success. Promise success? You mean giving more money to the military-industrial complex so that you can make life even more violent? So you can make more wars? We need to have less wars. We need to strip some funding from our military. We need to go back to being a sleeping giant. And I've said this before. We need to go back to being 1930s US, where we were quiet and just, a happy little country in its little playpen. No one bothered us. We were starting to improve our economy. We were starting to kickstart again after the Roaring 20s and the Great Depression. We were starting to kickstart that back up again. And then we were plunged into World War II. You think MLK would have run for office if he wasn't killed? Oh, for sure. For sure. Would he have been voted in? Oh, most certainly. I'm not even joking when I say this. MLK was one of my inspirations as a kid. A white guy was inspired by him. A white guy. Yeah, I know. Pretty funny, huh? But no, he was inspirational to me. Like peaceful protesting, sit-ins and stuff, like genius. Like, what are you going to do about that? If you get arrested, you're going to piss off everyone. And that's exactly what happened. He got arrested and everyone got pissed off about it. The guy was a fucking genius. I mean, what's the most popular thing? Bernie said increase minimum wage and free college. RFK said make America healthy. Trump said deport and save America. Tell me what Biden did and Harris did besides unburden from what has been. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, I've been unburdened from what has been by not having her get voted in. Biden Harris said we're not Trump. No, that was literally their whole selling point. And like, that's not a selling point. That's like saying, oh, we're not the guy who's going to fix the country. Okay, cool. I'm going to vote for the guy that's going to fix the country. Cool. It's like, come on, people. I'm not the guy who says controversial shit. Okay, I'm going to vote for the guy that says controversial shit. Because they'll actually get shit done. Like, again, the only reason Biden and Harris got to where they were is because Bernie was snubbed. He was snubbed back in 2020. He should have won the primary, but they snubbed him. They wanted a Looney Tune as president. They got a Looney Tune as president. If we had Bernie for 2020, that would have been amazing. He should have won twice. Who? Trump or Bernie? Because Bernie should have won that primary, and he honestly should have won 2020. Bernie? Oh, yeah. No, he got cheated. Oh, yeah, he got cheated out by Hillary, too. You're right about that. And the only reason Hillary won is because she's Hillary. The whole Clinton dynasty and all the corruption involved in that, and how everyone that she's friends with just killed themselves for some reason, because, you know, that's totally normal. It's so Grover Cleveland. Oh, my God. But no. Like, Bernie was cheated twice. He should have won both in 16 and in 20. And honestly, if Bernie could have won 16, Trump never could have won. And we wouldn't have a polar extreme kind of thing going on if Bernie just won the election back in 2016. We wouldn't have this polarization that we have today. Will we have an immigration problem? Probably. But honestly, like if you think of an alternate timeline where Bernie was elected president in 2016, things might have not been as bad. I'm just speaking here. Like, I know some people disagree with that, but like, things might have been better. Things might have unironically been better. Because both parties changed after that election. Both parties did. Both parties basically swapped sides for which party actually cares about, you know, the people. Part of me wanted to write Bernie in on my 2024 ballot. My presidential vote did not matter in my state anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, because you're in California. It's a flaming blue state. Your vote will never matter in California. Thanks to Reagan, your vote will basically never matter in California. Unless you're the Terminator, I forget his name. Arnold. Unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, in which case you're the one guy that's a Republican that gets elected in California. You did pass, what was it, Prop 35? The one that basically recriminalizes shoplifting. I can't believe I'm saying that. Recriminalizes shoplifting. Recriminalizes. Why was it decriminalized in the first place? Holy fuck, dude. It doesn't matter what party wins. I'd rather have an America where no matter who wins, America progresses. Yeah, point in case RFK versus Trump. Yeah, that would have been a win regardless. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have even voted during that election. The only reason I voted in this election is because, like, it actually fucking mattered to me, at least. I know some people disagree, but it actually really fucking mattered to me. Like, dangerously so. And I'm glad it came out the way it did. Again, I still don't like either candidate. I think they're both, one of them's a DI useless sack of shit, and the other is a full of himself asshole. But again, I'd rather pick the asshole than the one who doesn't even know how to run the country. Plus, we get a Grover Cleveland out of it. He'll be the second Grover Cleveland of the country. Which I think is kind of funny. Yeah, what was it, like Prop 47? You can steal up to like $3,000 of merchandise and not get in trouble. Vance would be interesting, but I'd like to see like other candidates too. I do have my curiosity on that, but that's also something I'm not going to worry about for like 4 more years. Well, 3 more years. Because I guarantee you half the people that are trying to run as candidates now will be dead or close to it in 3 years. Bernie, obviously not Kamala, but, you know, a lot of them are in their 70s or 80s. They're not really fit for being president anymore. He's the definition of the everyman who doesn't need to be a sensationalist. This is true, but he also has ties to the CIA, which I am worried about. Because if you know me, you know anything related to the deep state is bad. If Gavin Newsom tries to run for president, I will openly oppose him. I feel like anybody that lives in your state will openly oppose him. He's a fucking prick. The only thing he's done that was right was the you don't own clause that recently came alive on, like, you know, rental platforms and game platforms like Steam, where if you buy something, they legally have to disclose, oh, you don't actually own this, which basically incentivizes piracy, which is a rare W. But like, that's the one thing he's done right. And again, a broken clock works twice a day, so you can obviously do a couple W's here and there, but like the fucking like gender bullshit that he's forcing on kids and stuff and a couple other things, huge hell no. Huge hell no. Like, he is not for me. He's not for America. He's for himself. The only person I really heard is the only viable for Dems. It's a person named Josh Shapiro. That name rings a bell, but I haven't heard anything about him. Like, I've only heard by name. What they need to do is have that girl from Hawaii run for president. I forget her name, but she's really good. I like her. She'd be a good Democrat candidate. The Hawaii senator, I believe. I forget her name though. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, please let me know. Oh, and they also need to push a law because of Pelosi and all the others. They need to quit they need to ban insider trading. They need to ban all that crap because there's some sort of loophole that they can exploit, and they need to get rid of that loophole. They need to ban that shit. They should have banned that shit years ago. There's no way in hell these people should be making that much money. And it's obvious that they do that to make money. The only reason they're in Congress and stuff is to make money. They don't care about their constituents. People make a fuck ton of money using apps that literally just follow Nancy Pelosi's trades. Damn, that's crazy. Maybe I should start doing that. Maybe I should start doing that, guys. Should I start doing that? Should I get my grandmother to start following that and go like, hey, grandma, here's $1,000, invest. Have fun. Maybe I'll be a millionaire soon. Fuck, I don't know. Is the Pennsylvania governor, he does seem like a strong candidate, but like Josh or whatever, Hawaii senator needs to put something on the table besides the typical Biden bullshit. We just need one that isn't like, oh, I'm here for this group or this group. If you just say you're for the people, if you just say you're a populist or just actually care about, the American population, you'll get my vote. Well, you probably won't get my vote, but you'll get my vote if I were in 2016 or whenever when could I start voting? 2019. You'll get 18-year-old me's vote. You won't get 24-year-old me's vote or 28-year-old me's vote or whatever. That will disqualify him in the primaries. The name Shapiro gave that away. Yeah, no shit. I know another guy. I know another guy with the name Shapiro, and his first name is Ben. You probably know him though. You probably know him because he's like he's a right wing commentator. I feel like you guys knew about that guy already though. I don't like him. I think he's an ass. Again, I hate both sides. I'm not afraid to say that. Is it the female or the male Hawaii senator? Female. I forget her name, but she's really good. I like her. She endorsed Trump like a week before the election. No, I'm thinking of somebody else then. Maybe she was a representative? Fuck, I don't know. Tulsi. I believe it's her name, Tulsi? Tulsi Gabbard? Congressional. She's a representative, not a... I'm pretty sure she's a Democrat. I mean, Hawaii is a very blue state, so I'd assume that she's a Democrat. She walloped Harris in 2020? Yeah, because she was actually a good candidate. The only reason Biden picked Harris is because she was a non-white female. Quite literally, he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna appoint a vice president that isn't a female that also is white. If it's a white male, no. If it's a white female, no. If it's a black female or one that looks black, sure." She's a Republican? Oh, I thought she was a Democrat. My bad. To be fair, I heard a Democrat named Jim Webb was actually part of Trump's. Wait, no, I swear Tulsi. I swear Tulsi was a Democrat. I swear she was. I could just be talking out of my ass. She was a Dem. Okay, so I was right. But then she flipped. Got it. That's why she got Harris blown the fuck out. Yeah. No, people liked her. What were the primary votes at again? Like, I'm pretty sure it was like for 2020 at least. I think it was like Biden was rather significantly in the lead, and then you had Bernie, of course, who got snubbed, and then you had Tulsi and a couple others up there. I think you had Martin O'Malley, who I despise because he was the Maryland governor and he was an asshat. He was a terrible governor. But you had a couple of those people up there. I'm pretty sure you had O'Malley. I could be wrong, but I swear I remember seeing his name up there. But yeah, quite a few of them for 2020, and she was pretty high up there. And I think Harris had like less than 1% of the vote. Meanwhile, Tulsi had like 8 or 3. She had a rather more significant vote than Harris did. Basically, the Dems have Gavin and Shapiro, and probably that one Michigan governor only because she's a woman. Again, they don't actually care about merit anymore. They only care about demographics. Like literally, if you're picking a woman just because she's a woman, that's sexist as fuck. In both directions, that is sexist as fuck. You're basically just hiring a woman because she's a woman. Wow, that's fucked. But that's the saying. Biden did that, and a lot of that party is doing that right now. The Star of David is Dark Star. Shut up, Don. Shut up. Please. Don, you're saying this and you're Jewish. I don't want to hear that shit. I keep drinking this water. That's a good thing, though. The Dark Star is my new comfort character. Wait, what happened to Demon Core? What happened to the Demon Core? Did you get rid of it? Ended friendship with Demon Core. Dark Star now my best friend. Demon Core is an object, well, so is the Dark Star, technically. Hi, Joel. And food. Demon Core is our food, according to Don. I forgot about that. You know, the fizzle core that if you accidentally close, it causes a nuclear explosion and kills everything in a 10-mile radius. You know, Don just casually eats those things. You know how it is. Awful basically ate the Dark Star halfway at least. Did he? Did he? I forget that. I think you might, yeah, Dark Fawful, right? That was a boss. Was that a boss fight right before Airway or right after Airway? Just eat before it blows up. Easy answer. 50% Dark Star. But no, I'm talking about the game. Like, was he right after Airway or was he right before it? Because I know you fight Mid-Biss again. What a great fucking name for a character. Mid-Bus. Mid hated it. Bus. Super Peach's Castle of Fury, which happened after Airway. Okay. Okay. Wait, really? I thought the castle fight was a lot earlier. Huh. I'm full of shit. All right. I'm full of shit. Yeah, Mid-Biss is how you get to Airway. And then Airway, after you get Airway, you get the Dark Star out of Bowser. And then doesn't the Dark Bowser inhale Fawful and become Dark Fawful, and then you fight that, and then Dark Bowser gets out of that, and then you go up to the top of the castle, and then you have the final boss. Is that how right? Is that how it's right? Again, it's been 5 years since I played that game. I do want to play that game again. Anyways, let's get out of politics for now. Let's talk about let's go to gaming. Let's go to gaming. Are we interested in me replaying the Mario and Luigi RPGs? Are we interested in that? Are we interested in me replaying all those? I'm not going to play any of the modern ones because the Mario ones are dog shit. Basically, anything after Paper Scam is bad, and I won't play it. And even Dream Team I find to be a bit of a hassle. It's fun. It's just a bit of a hassle. But are you guys interested in me playing the first three again? You live under a rock and don't know any of them? Damn, you're missing the fuck out. The first three? Okay. Well, I'll definitely do the first two. Bowser's Inside Story I have some gripes with, specifically, especially given the fact I use an emulator, and emulators don't really like the touchscreen that much. Now, if I'm playing on my phone using Delta, it's so much easier. But if I'm using a mouse, it's an absolute bitch to play Pollen or Carrot minigame. I fucking hate the Pollen minigame. The Carrot minigame is okay, it's just a bitch. But that Pollen minigame I fucking hate. That fucking Pollen minigame I hate. The Fawful Express wasn't that bad. That boss fight's annoying. I don't like that boss fight. The Fawful Express is arguably one of the hardest giant boss fights in the game. And you thought, well, Dream Team's boss fights, Dream Team's giant boss fights are actually quite hard. Specifically the X rematches. The regular ones are pretty easy, but the X rematches are AIDS. They're absolutely awful. It took me a year to beat the Carrot minigame. People often returned BIS only for the new owner to be on the Carrot minigame. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. I cannot believe that shit. That's believable, though. There's 62 tutorials in BIS. That's the problem with BIS. There's a lot of tutorials and there's a lot of hand holding, and then there's the fucking mini games that I absolutely despise. The arm mini game, the leg mini game, the pollen mini game. They get so annoying so quickly. They really do. Some of it's fun, but some of it is just insufferable. The carrot mini game is not as bad as people make it out to be, but it is a pain in the ass. You don't restart on square one. That is true. I was also bad at rhythm shit when I was a kid. Since then, I've gotten better, but like I don't play Hatsune Miku Project Diva Mega Mix. I think that's the name of it. I don't play any of that shit. You know, the only rhythm game I played was DDR as a kid, and I was not great at it. I played it with my mother. Funnily enough, I'm not even kidding. You can't make this shit up. That was a bonding experience between my mother and I. Was playing DDR together. Like it would be 8 o'clock at night. Probably closer to 6. And we'd boot up Hottest Party 3 on the Wii or Hottest Party 2 on the Wii, and we just play some fucking tunes. That shit was classic. I love that. I still need to find my DDR Mario pad somewhere. I don't know if it's in the attic or in the garage or somewhere else. I don't know where I put that thing. It got moved somewhere because of the flood, but I do have it somewhere. It does exist. But I do have one. I just need to find it again. Fawful was a badass in which game? Because if you're talking about Superstar Saga, he's a bit of a badass. BIS, yeah, no, you're right. He also absolutely emasculates the fuck out of Bowser. Dude literally takes his fucking castle, brainwashes his minions, and just leaves him to die. Like, holy hell, dude. That's villainy right there. And then he takes Peach's castle, too. Dude was actually, like, the most villainous villain of the franchise. Either him or Cacletta. Honestly, they're both really good villains. They knew how to make villains in that franchise. They really did. And then in Dream Team, we got Bowser. And then in Paper Jam, we got Bowser and Bowser and Bowser Jr. and Bowser Jr. And then we got fucking, I don't even know, from Brothership. We got fucking whatever that crappy ass Satan anime. We got that fucking art style bosses from for that game. Satan anime. I don't even hotel something hotel. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. Dark Bowser is the only objective worse than Fawful, but Dark Bowser is just omnicidal. Reclusa from Brothership end goal is basically the Matrix, but with no life support and everyone drops dead. Does Bowser have a father in canon? I don't think he does. I know Bowser Jr. is like claimed to be a son of Bowser. I don't know how true that is. I think it's canon in some games and not canon in others. I don't know. I don't care to read into Mario lore. Mario lore makes no sense, and it's arguably worse than Kingdom Hearts. And this is coming from somebody who understands Zelda lore. Zelda lore actually has some comprehension to it compared to the other two. Has been Hotel. That's it. That's it. Yeah. No. I'm not even kidding. The boss art style, the final boss's art style for Brothership literally looks like something out of Has Been Hotel. I'm not even making that up. Literally looks like a fucking character from Has Been Hotel. Wait, is Reclusa the name of it? Yeah, Reclusa looks like a fucking character that would be in that show. I thought I was just being stupid. You actually meant I knew it was hotel something. I didn't I forgot it was I was about to say hotel has been. It's has been hotel. Yeah, no. That's what I meant. The final boss only has 5 attacks, 2 which are in the first phase, the other 3 are in the final phase. And then the other guy, Zocket, looks like fucking Joker from Persona. And the music is forgettable. Yeah, no, they shat on modern Mario and Luigi. They shat on it. Nothing tops old Mario and Luigi. Nothing tops old video games. Period. Let's just be real here. Oh, you're not insulting. Oh, I thought you were. I thought you're making fun of it. I'm gonna throw the rest of this Mac away, or not away, but into a container. I'm in a food coma now, and thank goodness I am because I need to get some rest, and then I'm gonna wake up nice and early and start editing again. Because I've been editing all fucking afternoon. Where the hell's the lid for this thing? Where are the friggin' lids? Dude. Y'all keep moving them around. Is that it? There. The sad part is that some aspects on Brothership are decent, but like I want to control Mario and Luigi, not Mario and Luigi. Luigi's screwed for me because he's an AI. No, that's the thing. In all the other Mario and Luigi games, Luigi literally closely follows you. Such is not true in Brothership, and it's insulting. All right, time to rinse. The only real wacky thing is that most of the NPCs look like electrical sockets. But like we had Beans and Queen Bean. We also had pillows in Dream Team. It's an aesthetic choice, Don. It's by design. Like here's the thing, Don. I understood that design. It's kind of like why it's why it's called Concordia, because you know those things that you plug into the wall. What are they called again? Oh right, cords. You know, yeah, that's what they're called, right? They're called cords, right? So it being called Concordia makes perfect sense, and the fact that you connect wires and plugs and all this other electrical shit, they're using electrical terms for a race that looks like a bunch of electrical sockets. It makes perfect sense. It's why everything was named after pajamas and sleeping shit on Dream Team. Because all Dream Team was, you were basically going to an island where a race of people were pillows. Just saying. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for me, guys. I'll rant more about this and other stuff later. It's 1 o'clock. I need to go to bed. I need to do something. I need to do a lot of productive shit tomorrow. Yeah. You all take care. Have a great night. And Vic, please let me know about the computer because I want to get that started as soon as you can. But yeah, you all take care. Stay savage, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.